Story time. Hey everybody, how you doing? How you doing? How's it going? How you doing? How you doing? How's it going? How you doing? Can you still see that if I'm in? Yes, you can. How you doing? How's it going? Welcome on. Welcome in. It's time to go to law school. We're gonna get a crash course. Welcome, Phoenix. Right. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys had a good weekend. I don't know if anyone's even awake. Most people on the West Coast are probably up late, hungover, watching the sports ball game. I don't really care for it myself personally. I actually find a lot of it morally abhorrent. But you know what? I'm a pro wrestling fan, so I don't really have much ground to stand on when that comes, right? So, but you know, I hope people had a good time with it. I didn't care. I was at work. I was way too busy doing other stuff. So. Hi, Dreamer. Welcome in. Thanks for 10 months. That's a lot. That's a lot of months. Thank you for coming here. Yay, law school. Yay, law school indeed. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. That reminds me, I'm gonna have to make another work stream where I make more badges and stuff. Or I'm gonna probably have to get someone to commission some just so I could like get it done. But that will require a plan, but I will do that later. Anyway, regardless, yeah. I hope you guys are doing well. So today was work. It's one of those weird weeks for me, because in the middle of the week, we got National Foundation Day. Basically, it's our version of like Independence Day, if from the States. So I'll be doing mostly that. I don't usually know what to do with my time, so I figured this time we'll have a special stream where I'll just play Enfield and figure out factories and other stuff and just kind of have a chill time with it. Hopefully it'll be good. I don't know how long that stream will be, but you know, it's meant to just be like a way to kill some time because I got nothing better to do on that Wednesday. And then, yeah, it'll be kind of a busy week. I'm trying to think about what I want to do on Saturday as well. I had a few thoughts. There was one I was thinking about earlier this morning. I passed it over to Shizu, but the more I thought about it, it was like, without giving away the plan, I was like, if I go down this route, I think that'll change the channel in a way that I don't exactly intend it to be. That's not exactly the vibe I want to give off. And I thought about it a little bit. I'll sleep about it tonight, but I think like, it's like, I think what happened was recency bias, for lack of a better term. Like, I was watching other people play it and people seemed to be having a good time with it. But I was like, the minute I was like, oh, that's cool, I want to do that. That looks like fun, you know? You get excited, you get hyped. But then as you take a step back, you're like, but wait a minute. Let's think about this. Is this me? Is this my channel? Is this the Admiral? And I'm like, not really. And it's impractical in other ways. It's another gotcha without giving away too much. And like, this is not really the vibe. And I don't think I need 3 gotchas in my life. I'm already pushing it with 2 by playing Enfield along with Nikkei. So like, I don't need that many gotchas in my life. I got enough to do anyway. So I was thinking about that, but I think I'll mull it over. I mean, I'm playing with Boca in the morning. We'll see how the mood takes me. I might play something different afterward. There was another game that came to mind, but like, I'll look at my library later about it, or we'll just play more Phoenix Wright. Speaking of, how about we get started with that? So I wanted to play this for a while. Let me first, before I turn this down for this, but so we don't get some mixing. There we go. There we go. That should be good. Now we got a good mix here. So I've been wanting to play this for a while. I had this on my to-do list, or to-do list for a while, where revisiting Phoenix Wright. I haven't played these games in, last time was, it's got to be back before I went back, I think my last time was when I was back in the States. So that was probably pre-2018. So it's been at like 8-9 years since we last played these games, and I haven't played all of them either. So like, I only ever played 1 through 3, and there's 9 of them now. So we got a lot of them to go through, if you count that. So, which I'm kind of looking forward to in a way. So with that in mind, we got a lot to do, and I got a lot to get through. I don't know how fast we'll be able to get through this, but it's gonna be one of those things I'm hopeful I can like try out tonight, and then find a nice stable point for it so we can play it over and over again. Maybe Monday, I don't know. We'll figure it out. But right now, this is gonna be our to-go game for a little bit, and I'm looking forward to it. I might space out the games a little bit, but I think this will be one of our longer-term projects this year on the channel, and I'm looking forward to it. My hope would be like we could do some cool stuff with it later on, but either way, let's have some fun with it. All right, I think I'm ready if you guys are. So let's see. Let me just check the options again real quick. So I can play with my mouse, which is great. What kind of single box, screen shake, the print selects vibration, text box? What does this mean? Oh, transparency. You ready? Oh, you ready? Transparency. Let's do low transparency. What kind of languages you got? We got Igbo, Francois, Deutsch, Korean, Kankokugo, Mandarin, and Cantonese, Portuguese, Espanol, Nihongo. All right, we'll do that. PC settings look good. I tested that out earlier. Wait, V-Sync's on, good. I think we're gonna use the mouse, but this is good. Story mode, interesting. Oh, well, let's do like normal. I don't like it to go too slow. Story mode's cool. This is nice. This is a nice accessible thing. Like if you're getting stuck, you could just turn to story mode. That's pretty good. Other than that, everything looks okay. All right, we're saving the content, we're loading the content, we're ready to go. Let's play a new game. Episode selection. Oh no, we're going to play this game. Episode 1, first turnabout. All right, I'm looking forward to playing this again. Let's relive my mid-20s and my early 20s. Now I'm thinking about. Anyway, let's relive when I was a young man. Anyway, play the first turnabout. Yes, please. Can I do like arrow keys? First steps. Oh no, that's a lot of ketchup. Damn it! Why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. I've got to find someone to pin this on. Duh. Someone like him. Does he have a mole on his head? That'll make it look like he did it. I'm guessing I'm gonna call me crazy, but I think he might be the bad guy. District Court, August 3rd, 9:47. District Court, defendant lobby number 2. I can hit enter. Cool. So I can play with one hand. Boy, am I nervous. Right. Oh, hiya, Chief. Hiya, Chief. Dang. Hello. Phew. I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. That's a good thing. It says a lot about you. And your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yeah. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out in any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over. My life, everything, it's all over. Oh, that must be my client. Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, that's him. Death! Despair! I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna die! Sounds like he wants to die. What gave you that impression, Mia? Yeah. Dick! Hey there, Larry. Conflict of interest. Maybe. I mean, not necessarily, right? Not necessarily. I mean, there's probably good, he's, as long as he's not looking like, there's a gray area. Let's just say that. I'm not a lawyer. Yet. Anyway. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. Yeah, I can tell. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? I don't know. Also, I just like getting lost in those eyes of his. The newspapers say it was you. But I don't believe that. I don't believe that for a second. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. Yeah, this girl got grape juice all over the floor. Ketchup just everywhere. A young woman is killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts. My best friend since grade school. Which says a lot about me as a person, now that I think about it. I'm gonna be doing a lot of yapping. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself into trouble. One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. I bet I know better than anyone. He's a good guy at heart. That, and I owe him one, which is why I took the case. To clear his name. And that's just what I'm gonna do. How? Don't ask me irrelevant questions. August 3rd, 10 a.m. District Court, Courtroom 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts versus Kevin Anderson. Hi, Kevin. Welcome in. First time playing in about a decade. It's one of those games I've played before, but it's been such a long time, I basically know none of the answers and none of the solutions. So, it's basically blind, but I'll figure it out as I go. It'll be fine. Yeah, exactly. That's right. That's me right now, Dreamer. I'll figure this out as I go along. It's fine. No, I played this back in my last time was about 2016, 2017, so almost 10 years ago, Kevin. Not a first time, but I'm definitely wanting to play this again. And not only that, I've only played the first 3. I think the goal is to like go through all of the main series. So Ace Attorney, Apollo Justice, and maybe Great Ace Attorney later. So it's gonna be a big project. It's gonna be a lot of games for me, and the only ones I've played back in the day, a decade ago, were the first 3. So after that, I'm flying blind, basically. Don't forget investigations. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I could do investigations, but yeah, I have never played those either. But I haven't played any of those, so we're in for a ride. Strap in. Nice to meet you, Kevin. Come on in. Welcome in. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. A little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. A sort of exam. An exam that sees if you are, you meet the bar. We'll call it a bar exam. You know, I just made that up. No, stenographer, write that down. This will be called the bar exam. Actually, Your Honor, that already exists. What? Since when? I demand copyright. Anyway. Yes, Your Honor. Hand shaking, eyesight fading. Must talk like this. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. Can I use the up and down? Okay, I can. Well, it's my boy, Larry Butts. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Do you know what a murder is? What is the victim's name? I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover so many times. Right. I did that court record. Yeah, I did that. I totally did that. Cindy. Can I see anything else? R for profiles? Cindy Stone. Okay. Winston Payne is the prosecution. 52? Wow, he doesn't look a day over 60. Generally bad again, his points across. All right, let's go. It's... Wait. Uh-oh. No way, I forgot. I'm trying to troll blank here. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? Oh, the victim. Of course I know the victim's name. Where'd you get that bottle of whiskey, Phoenix? Don't mind that. I just forgot. Temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim name is listed in the court record. Just press tab to check it at any time, okay? Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this game? Cindy Stone, Your Honor. Victim's name is Cindy Stone. She's losing faith by a second. Correct. Now, tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was, well, it said blunt force trauma, right? Loss of blood to the blunt. Nah. Blunt trauma. Hit with a blunt object. She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then, first, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne.
Yes, Your Honor.
As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was?
The murder weapon was the statue of the Thinker. He was found lying on the floor next to the victim.
I see. The court accepts it into evidence. The statue in the shape of the Thinker. It's rather heavy. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is only ammunition you have in court. Use tab to check the court record. Figure me. All this casework's making me hungry. I think I'll order a tab. Ah, there we go. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness.
The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand.
Chief, what'd I do? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. How bad could it be?
Mr. Butts, is it not true the victim had recently dumped you?
Hey, watch it, buddy. We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony.
Didn't they all die?
You must, not all of them, not all of them.
Not all of them, right?
I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me, ever. What's it to you anyway?
Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men.
Not other men.
She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder.
What do you mean, one of them? Lies. All of it lies. I don't believe a word of it.
Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died.
She's an American, huh? Apparently home from Paris on July 30th, the day before the murder. Indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder.
Dude, no way.
The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears she had several sugar daddies.
Daddies? Sugar?
Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle.
Dude!
We can clearly see what kind of woman this Mrs. Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now?
Right. I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I?
I think I might be a simple country lawyer, but I believe my client should shut the fuck up. My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case.
Someone talking back to me.
Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this.
Let's continue with the trial, shall we?
I believe the accused motive is clear to everyone.
Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is so not looking good.
Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not?
Well,
did you or did you not?
Huh? Well, maybe I did, and maybe I didn't.
Uh-oh, he went. What'd I do? I know, I'll send him a signal. Dude, lying is not gonna help us. tell the truth.
Yeah, I was there. I went.
Rabble, 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 rabble. Order with the rabbling.
Well, Mr. Butts.
Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man. So, like, I didn't see her.
That's how he sounds? I've been giving him the nerdy voice. I need to maybe pitch it up, but...
Your Honor, the defendant is lying.
Lying?
The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying.
Well, that simplifies matters. Who was your witness?
The man who found the victim's body just before making the gruesome discovery. Oh, so gruesome, Your Honor. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime.
Rabble, 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 rabble. Order! Order in the court!
Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is bad.
On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Saw It to the stand.
All right, what was this called again? I know that, like, Phoenix Wright has this, nominative inclusivism. What is it called? Nominative determinism. Nominative determinism is the idea that a person's name can influence their career choice. Nominative determinism. That's a mouthful. This guy saw it. He sure did. Frank saw it. This Frank guy, he saw it.
Mr. Saw It, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct?
Oh yes, newspapers, yes. Mr. Saw It, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw the day of the murder. Is he got like one of those Indian jewels, or is that just a mole? I'm trying to think about like what to call that. I was going door to door, selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry since he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. When I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there.
Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against the testimony like that.
Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working?
Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building.
Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout?
Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Saw It used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal.
Electricity to Mrs. Stone's building is out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime. Blackout record. Okay. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor?
All right, Wright. This is it. The real deal.
What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave.
Lies? What? He was lying? In court? How could he do such a thing? Who lies in court?
Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find the contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Like you just grab it and mush it in there, like, God, see this? Okay. I don't know if I need to do that last part, but I get the spirit. Open the court record of the tab and point out contradictions in the testimony. All right. God. All these voices are getting stuff out of my throat. All right, the witness's account. I was going door to door, selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed and tried to find myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. So, the autopsy said something different, didn't it? Yeah, she died way later than that. According to the autopsy report, she died at between 4 and 5. So, doesn't fit the time window. All right, here I go. I think this is it. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Objection!
Ooh, that sounds good. Ooh, that sounds good. You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death sometime after 4 p.m. There was nobody no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap?
This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time.
After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sawit, why were you so certain you found the body at 1 p.m.?
Gee, that's a really good question.
Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one and their whole story falls apart. A deity. Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? All right, the time of discovery. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. Wow. That one's even easier to break apart because they just gave us an evidence like, here's the thing that states that there was no power in the building. I think this is the tutorial, if I remember right. Kevin, Dreamer, this is just me like going to beginner. This is law school 101, basically. This is 101, the beginner. So, you want to be a lawyer. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Right. You know what to do. I got this one. I've got it. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. I feel like it's either this one or... That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. Well, I can go back. That's good. I think it's this one. But the other one sounded like... This one sounds also possible. But this one, the reason I thought this one is because he sounds more like, oh, she must have been watching that. Like, he sounds more like, oh, this is it for sure. Case 1 is usually tutorials, so you're doing the trial stuff. Originally, there weren't plans to include this on the GBA. Got it. It's Phoenix's first case. My very first case. I think this is it. And the reason I'm picking this one over the second one is because the second one's like, oh, it may be or might have. But this one, he's like, oh, she must have. Like, it's more like, he's like, I'm positive this is what happened, right? So I feel like this is the stronger one to present.
Objection!
Objection! Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video.
Well,
The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Solid?
no, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite.
I'm getting my exercises in for the day. I have one of those ab roller machines under my dress shirt, so like I get my ab exercises in for the day.
It's set to intensity 5. Wait, I remember now.
Mr. Solid, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That, and you seem rather distraught.
My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body.
Very well, Mr. Solid. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Hearing the time. Chapter 3.
Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw.
You saw a clock. I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Gladly.
He saw like a table clock, but he said, wait, hold on. I didn't hear the time. I saw it. Okay. There's a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. It says statue. Why do you think this is a clock, my dude?
Objection!
Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was the statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock?
Your objections and your evidence and your rules of trial law. Just who do you think you are? Some kind of lawyer?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It's my first day, man. I'm just trying it. And to be in all transparency, I think like I said before, I did play the first 3, so maybe a little bit here and there, but like I'm definitely smarter than when I played these. So I think it's a little bit of both, where it's like maybe there's some like distant memory in here,
But it's also that I am a big smart boy.
anyway, I'm sure I'm gonna stumble and fall the later we get into the game. This is the tutorial, so I'm sure like the more we get into this, the more I'm gonna stumble. Like, what the fuck am I doing? What the fuck do I press? How the fuck do I do this? Etc. Etc. We'll see. Objection! Coco! How was magic? I didn't get to stay long, but how was magic? Hopefully it went well. Also, good morning. I hope you slept well. Hello, Coco. Oh, thanks for the hydrate, Coco. Boy, am I thirsty. Especially because I'm doing all these stupid voices. Take that! Hi, Coco.
Just who do you think you are?
Just answer the question, Mr. Sawit.
Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may.
Yes, Mr. Payne. I inflicted medical trauma on Wright. Yay! Trauma! 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 Coco, I'd love to play Magic with you sometime. I'd love to play Commander with you sometime if I can. I'd like to figure out a time where I can come and join in. I don't know how you do it in Tabletop Simulator. I do have all my decks. Like, if I can just copy my decks and put them into the Tabletop Simulator, that'd be great. Not sure how it works, but I would love to be able to play a game sometime. Let's try to figure that out sometime. It'd be fun. Anyway, let's continue.
As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies.
I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all.
Thanks for the boat, Kevin. I will stress, do not get it wet. It will melt.
Well, Mr. Wright, it appears the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with his testimony now?
Do I? Was there anything else I should press here? Well, the only thing I can think of is, like, how does he know it's a clock? Or you'll get your arm bitten off by Pennywise. Stay away from the storage rooms. Exactly. Coco knows. She's got quite a few boats as well. I feel like I should press it a little bit. Thanks for the boat, Dreamer. I feel like the only reason I'm saying yes is because, like, well, like, that doesn't. Yeah, he knows it's now a clock, but he didn't know that at the time. I don't think he knew that at the time. Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand, which means it contradicts his testimony from earlier. Always save before choices. Can I do that now? Oh, I can. Thanks, Kevin. Yet the witness testified he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction.
Indeed.
The witness knew it was a clock because he had to. That's the only thing. What we've established is if he knew, the only way he would have known it was a clock was he had to have been in the apartment. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder.
No, yeah. Prove it. Prove I went in there.
I'll do better than that. I can prove you're the one who killed her. You struck her with a clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Rabble, 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 rabble.
Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. By the way, the music slaps. Mr. Saw It. The sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about that time.
What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture.
Baseless? Just look at the witness's face.
What's wrong with my face?
Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with a clock?
I never. Look, a clock. I heard. No, I mean, I saw. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up! I hate you. It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her and he should burn! Burn! Give him death!
Rabble, rabble, rabble. Should we give him death? Should we give him death?
Order! Order in the court, I say.
Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims.
Mr. Wright,
Your Honor,
you claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence?
the whole case is riding on this. I better think it through carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Saw had heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply ask the neighbors, examine the batteries. I mean, examining the batteries doesn't tell us anything about the time. We're trying to establish the time he heard. Asking the neighbors, they wouldn't know. So, by order of elimination, let's sound the clock now, here in the court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. I think it's 8:25.
That certainly is a strange way to pronounce the time.
Well, he is the thinker, after all.
So, they've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright?
Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now?
It's 11:25.
As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Saw had heard, and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Saw It, try to talk your way out of this one.
You forgot one thing.
What's he talking about? What did I forget?
While it may seem that clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it's running 3 hours slow the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case.
Is that right? I don't know. There's a lot of circumstantial evidence.
He's right. How am I gonna prove that? Damn it! I was so close.
Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Solid.
I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal! You lawyers are all slime.
I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. Yeah, because all that evidence that we established doesn't exonerate the defense. The law is stupid. I'm vaguely remembering feelings of like, because our criminal justice system is stupid. Yeah, I love the logic because it's clear he's lying, but he can't prove it. Larry's got to go to jail. Yeah, exactly. He can't prove it indefinitely, so you got to go to jail because our criminal justice system is stupid. Anyway. I think maybe, I don't know, Shu Takumi meant it to be a parody or what's the word, indictment of Japanese law systems, but it certainly does make it feel like a kangaroo court to a degree. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not so fast, Mr. Sawhit.
Chief, listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think.
He did mean it, and it honestly makes it funner here. But, Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason, and you'll have your proof. Right? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? There's only one I can think of. Just doing it in my head over and over again. Although I'm not sure if the math is exact, but this is the only thing I can think of. Wait, maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it. Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim? Of course. There's a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt.
Ha! Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off.
Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow. The only thing I can think of is... It's not exact, but like, when I think about my friends like Coco and Shizu, they're about, I don't know, 8 or 9 hours away from me. The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. Oh yeah, of course, right? Yeah, we all knew that. Yeah, we sure. Certainly every single one of us here on the boat knew that. Nine hours, good old 9 hour difference. Who doesn't know that? I'm going based off of like Europe, like England, which is not the same as Perry, although I think it's close. I had to think outside the box. This box that is known as Japan. Anyway, when it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. Hold on. Run that by me again. Wait, if it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 p.m. the next day there. I think you mean yesterday. Japan is ahead of Paris. But you know what? You go off, King. You're good. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow. It was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in the apartment was wrong. Next day. Oh, that's what he was saying. I thought he meant like
Well, they're actually technically behind us in terms of the international date line, but either way, yeah. Not Japan. Right. Forgot. This is in America, right? Enough proof enough for you, Mr. Saw It? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Got him! A little court humor. Well, is that proof enough? Is that proof enough? Did he have to say, like, I literally did it? I think him foaming at the mouth and fainting at the stand. Yeah, I think a man just died in court.
Order! Order, I say! Get that corpse out of here. We'll stink up the place. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness.
He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor.
I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly and find the true culprit at the same time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty.
Yay! He didn't do it. He's not a cold-blood killer.
But the court is adjourned.
Oh God, I like tightening my stomach to get like the thing here, and like, man, that's like doing a number on my throat. But it's fun. Turns out Mr. Frank Saw It was a common burglar. You mean he wasn't even selling newspapers? He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Saw It left himself in to do his dirty work. Yeah, they did show the door ajar, so I guess either Larry was a dumbass and didn't close the door behind him, or Mr. Saw It came in and grabbed the door before it closed completely. And again, most places, it depends on the neighborhood, but most places would probably be unlocked, or, you know, if it's a safe enough neighborhood anyway. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Saw It grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. Smack! Ketchup everywhere. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby 2. Still can't believe we won. Right. Good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over. He's just ecstatic, you know. I mean, I don't blame him. Like, you know, horrible, you know, freedom. Horrible, horrible freedom. It can ruin a man. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Ick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no, I mean, bad. Bad, bad, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Wendy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a... Nah, never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry. Translate. Oh, okay. Kono takigaki ni take takikate ta no wa takikaki tatata kara take kaketa. I'm not familiar with this one, but it's usually the other way around, where English to Japanese. Kono takigake ni. So like someplace. Take tate kaketa no wa. Okay. Take tate kaki taka take takata kara take kaketa. Is this how much wood with a woodchuck chuck of the woodchuck wood? It feels like it's very similar. You know what? I'm gonna take this in for myself. I want to see this. This feels like a Japanese idiom that I'm not familiar with. Yeah, it is. It is. Okay. This bamboo heavy tongue twister. It's take, bamboo. Right, I forgot. So let me look at this. If you guys want to see the Japanese for it, let me get you in a I know, let me just find the kanji here real quick. That's really hard to say. Why can't I let me do yeah, take. There it is. Link you. There it is. Take. Let me just. It's a Japanese tongue twister I'm not aware of, but here we go. If the there it is. Take. Here we go. Kono takegaki ni take kata wo wa take tate kake kata kara take kaketa. Did you make it through? I laid this bamboo against Bamboo Fest because I want to lay bamboo against it. Bamboo. This is thank you. I learned something today, Kevin. For those of you who are interested in the kanji, here's the kanji for it. Take is the third one. That's usually bamboo. It's also one you will see with like suke, like to include or to attach to things. It's usually stuff like that, right? So that's one kanji that you can do. So subun is like to stand or to lean against. That's why that's where it works, right? So anyway, that's a good one. Thanks, Kevin. I learned something today. Anyway, let's go back to depressed Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner? Movie? My treat? Oh, no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. A present? From me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you just want to cry? Larry. Are you so sure? Squeeze me? I remember this game's dialogue being a little, that is very 2004. Phoenix's name is also a pun, yeah. Naruhodo, yeah. Seipo Naruhodo, something like that, yeah. It's a cool little pun for sure. I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. You don't gotta sympathize me, Sky. It's okay. No, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right, Wright? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him. Huh? Oh, yeah, right. I totally have that. What the heck is she talking about? Well, I mean, the only thing that ties the victim to Larry is this. And I'm gonna shove it in his face. Take that! Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? What about that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. Hi, Shizu. Welcome in. Thanks for the boat. She took it with her when she traveled. Whatever. She probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make it what you will. Objection! Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better. Welcome in, Shizu. Welcome in. We just finished the tutorial trial, right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right. Listen. Learn. Grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner? On me? Oh, Chief, you buying? That's nice. Oh, looks like we got an ad break coming up here, guys. So I'll stay off on story beats here for most people. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. I really appreciate it. I'll see you guys on the other side of this ad break. It's good, probably a good starting point for later. Let me just catch up on things because my phone is going off the hook apparently over here. They're calling me. They're not really calling me. I'm a nobody. I hope you slept well, Shizu. Good job on Avalon today. Did you beat Avalon? Every time I hear Avalon, I just think about that line from Gargoyles. Lost, I thought you knew by now. Avalon doesn't take you where you want to go. Avalon takes you where you need to be. I think it's like that guy, unrelated, but your top 5 games of all time. Favorite game of all time is Final Fantasy VI. That is my favorite game of all time. Number 2, let's see. Favorite games of all time. Dang, they're gonna probably all be RPGs to be lame about it, but I'll try and mix it up in my head here a little bit. Favorite games of all time. Okay, so RPG, it's Final Fantasy VI. I'll pick an action game to be a little bit diverse there. I think with action, it's either gonna be Nier. Actually, Nier was really fun. Or what was the other one that came to mind here? Escaped me. I think it's God of War, actually. My visual novels, well, we got a couple up there. The recent ones I've played were Until Then, which was a beautiful visual novel game, and Unbeatable is like a rhythm game, so we'll say that's a rhythm game. Persona 5, P5 is one of my favorite RPGs as well, so that's probably up there. That kind of gives you, we play a lot of story narratives things. Nikke is probably up there in terms of like my gacha game. I have a gacha vice and it's Nikke, and we play that a lot on the channel too. It's fun. But yeah, we play a lot of different things here, but I mostly focus on things that have good stories and good narratives and stuff. Not to say that I don't play things out of that span, but like that's kind of like what I like to play mostly. It's what interests me, what fascinates me about games. And the best thing about games especially is that like it's just getting bigger, and there's so many more games I have to play. Like, you know, even the stuff that I want to revisit, like this one, or like if I go even further back, like Illusion of Gaia, the I can't remember the name off the top, but like Soul Blazer, Illusion of Gaia, Terra Enigma for like more adventure RPGs. Zelda's, of course, I've played a lot of. Resident Evil, we just played Resident Evil. Resident Evil's probably gonna be up there in terms of like horror action games. I'm looking forward to playing Requiem in a couple weeks. The Adventures of Leon Sex Kennedy. That'll be fun. All right, but yeah, it's good. All right. God, I got a lot of voices I gotta do this one. That'll be fun, but also really kill my throat. But I'm looking forward to this. It's gonna be fun. It's already kind of a good time. Luckily, I don't think I have to do Winston Payne anymore. Your Honor. I don't think I have to do that voice for a while. All right, looks like we're done with the ad break. I tell my top 5 and see Tsukihime, Place of Blue, Glass Moon, Red Dead Redemption 2, Fate Stay Night, Flower Sun Train. Yeah, there is a lot. Higurashi, When They Cry, Higurashi, Fate Stay Night, Red Dead Redemption. Interesting stuff. I don't mind visual novels. I don't actually play the ones that are like super strictly visual novel, but I haven't played a few of them, right? I like the ones I play are like Space from the Unbound. Until Then were like, they're heavily visual novels, but they have a little bit of like game mechanic to it in some way. Anyway, welcome back everybody from break. Let's finish up our trial. We were about to get dinner with our chief, so technically you're playing a VN. True, that is true. You are correct. These games I would probably put under visual novel / puzzle / like kind of a puzzle adventure game of sorts. We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Yeah, to innocent butts. Wait. No, that's good. Innocent butts. Innocent butts. Anyway. Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah, part at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? Nia. Oh my, Chief is Chief is treating us nice. This is what happens when you win a big murder case. Anyway, and so my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said,
Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends.
but I'm pretty sure he's not gonna pay us, unless you count the clock he gave Mia. I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon gonna be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. What do you mean, Phoenix? What do you mean, Phoenix? The end. What do you mean, Phoenix? What do you mean, Phoenix? We did it. A brand new episode's been added. Saving the content. Would you like to save your progress? Yes, please. All right, let's go. Let's go. God, that's a bit piercing in my ear. Hello? This is Maya. Hey, Maya. It's me. Mia! What's up? You haven't called in a while. Sorry, I've just been so busy. How have you been? Well, lonely, and it's all your fault. Nah, I'm just teasing. I've been great. Thanks, Edsa Chen. I'm finally getting used to having my own place. That's good to hear. Actually, I'm calling because I have a favor to ask. I know. You want me to hold evidence for you? Sharp as always. There's a lot of buzz about the upcoming trial. I just don't feel safe keeping the evidence here. I gotcha. So, what is it this time? It's a clock. A clock? Yeah, it's made to look like that statue. Thinker. It tells you the time. I thought you might like it. You always liked toys. Hey! I'm not a little girl anymore, sis. Now, you know I'm only teasing. Ah, I should probably tell you. The clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. I put some papers inside it instead. Papers? Is that the evidence then? Well, there's a possibility that it might turn out that way, yes. Can you come by the office tonight, say 9, to pick it up? I'll be in a pre-trial evening meeting until then. Okay, sis, but I expect dinner, something good, like burger! I could really go for a good burger. Me too. I like a good burger. Okay, we'll hit the usual joint. All right, it's a deal. Okay, sis, see you soon. Yep, I'll be waiting, Maya. Ow, a little piercing. Conversation recorded, September 5th, 9:27 a.m. September 5th, 8:57 p.m., Fay & Co. Law Office. Now, Miss Fay, I'll take what's mine. The papers. I'm sorry, but I can't give you what I don't have. Miss Fay, you are a poor liar. Why, I see it right over there. That must be the thinker that swallowed those papers. How could you know? You are not cogniferous of my background. Cogniferous. Gathering information is my business, you see. I should have been more careful. My dear Miss Fay, I'm so very sorry. But I'm afraid I must ask you for one more thing. Your eternal silence. Farewell, Miss Fay.
No! She's hot! I like her! She's my boss!
Red, white. Of course, it's America. America killed her.
God damn it, America. Why are you taking this hot Japanese woman away from us?
9:08 p.m., Fay & Co. Law Offices. Uh-oh, I'm late. Huh. That's strange. Guess the chief left without me. She said her sister was coming over, so we should all go out for dinner. What's that smell? Blood? Mia! Maybe she's in our office. How do I do this? Okay, can I use my... Oh, I can use my thing. That's good. Oh, but it doesn't carry with me. Can I highlight things? No? Okay. I smell blood. It can't be good. Okay. I guess we're not doing this right now. Move. Office. That smell. Blood. Sis. Someone's there. Chief? Chief? Chief! Who are you? And did she what happened? That strange girl dropped out cold. I left her lying on the office sofa. I went back to the chief where she lay under the window. Her body was still warm. I could feel it when I held her shoulder. Then, all too quickly, it began to fade. Until finally she was cold. Chief. Chief. Okay, now I can highlight. Does that work if I do the mouse too? Okay, it does. Cool. Chief. It's hard seeing her like this, but if there are any clues here, she was struck on the head with a blunt object. She probably died instantly. The thinker lying next to her must have been the murder weapon. There's some glass shards near the chief's body. Must be pieces of the glass light stand lying broken in the back of the room. Glass shards. Nothing else that seems like a clue here. Piece of paper. It must have fallen from Mia's hand. This is why it's called Ace Attorney. We're a detective now. Yeah! But I'm already the best cop, so we're good. What could it be? A word is written in blood on this scrap of paper. Maya. Did Mia write this? This piece of paper is a receipt from a department store, dated yesterday. I think that's enough snooping around for now. I better call the police and find out what that girl was doing here. All right. Is there nothing else I should do? It's painful. I have to for Mia's sake. Shards of glass. Okay. Why didn't that show up before? There's a large building right across from the office. The Gatewater Hotel. Nice, luxurious place. Chief's chair. A simple, functional design. Feels pretty good to sit in, too. Slide? Oh, that's what you meant. All right. All the chief's important documents are packed in here. This is where she filed her case records and recent rulings. Surprisingly, the chief was never good with machines. About all she used for this PC for was email. She picked up this ancient model at some garage sale for practically nothing. The Fay & Co. ledger book. Everything is written in the chief's ultra-neat handwriting. It's a small office, but it makes a good bit of money. Right, I better call the police. That's funny. A few of the screws on the receiver are missing. Looks like someone was halfway through taking it apart. Police? Please, come quick! What was that? Someone screaming from outside the window? Whoa. Hello. She's staring right at me. She's holding a phone in her hand. Well, the phone's receiver is missing a few screws. I better not use it. Perfectly normal office desk. Chief had been very particular policy about office decor. Spend big on stuff the clients use, but keep your own stuff simple. All right. Back. Move. Fay & Co. law office. Let's go talk to her. That girl just now. Where'd she go? I put her right here on that sofa. Uh-oh. I hope she didn't run on me. Yay! Don't scare me like that. Excuse me, but who are you? It's okay. I work here. Maya. Maya Fay. Maya. Fay? Maya? So Mia was writing this girl's name. Maybe I should show her the receipt? I never thought there'd be a use for evidence like this outside the courtroom. Why are you so excited like it's about it? Alright. Before Maya died, she wrote a message with her own blood. She wrote it on the back of this receipt.
That's my name! Why? Why would she write my name?
Please, just calm down.
Why would sis write my name?
Oh, now I've done it. Looks like the police have arrived. Well, this is the Wii U farm. The police! Sounds like they're coming this way.
Freeze! Police!
Big boy. Alright, I'm Detective Dick Gumshoe, see? Gumshoe? What an odd name. We received a report from the building across the way, see? Got a person saying they saw a murder. Must have been that woman I saw. Anyway, I don't want either of you moving 1 inch, okay? Great. Just great. Maya. Wait. She wouldn't have. Nah.
Whoa! Excuse me. Hey! This wouldn't Maya here mean anything to you?
That's my name.
What? The victim drew this here in her own, the victim drew this here note in her own blood, see? With her dying breath, she wrote down the killer's name. Killer? I'm not. Case closed. You're coming down to the precinct, ma'am. What?
Well, just gonna wash my hands of that. Done. Mia's younger sister Maya was arrested on the spot. I was taken in for questioning and didn't get out until the next morning. My eyes were heavy, but I couldn't sleep. I sat around, waiting for visiting hours to begin at the detention center. I had to talk to Maya as soon as possible. September 6th, 9 a.m. Detention center, visitor's room. That poor man locked up on her. I'm just noticing the guard, he doesn't have any pupils. So is he like a demon? They have demons guarding people in jail? God, sorry. Oh boy. I'm gonna have fun with this game, I think, but it's gonna do a number on my throat. I'm gonna need to get like honey or something.
Oh, it's you, the lawyer. Good morning.
Good morning. She looks so tired.
Are you gonna be my attorney?
Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. Thanks for the hydrate, Kevin. I'm gonna go need to get more water soon. Well, that's what I want to talk to you about. Not a chance. Sorry, you're doomed. Of course I will, if you want me to. Well, first things first, I better get her cheered up. Yeah, of course I will. Cheer up.
Really?
Whoa, did I say the wrong thing? She looks sadder now. What's wrong? You don't think I can do it?
No. No one could. Who would believe me? Even you, when you found me in the office, you looked at me like I had done it.
Did I look at her like that?
No, I never thought. It's okay. I understand. And I've also heard about you.
Heard? Heard what about me?
I was talking to my sister on the phone the other day.
Today was my junior partner's first time in court.
Wow, really? How'd that go?
It was quite the scene. Honestly, I was on edge the whole time. It's been a while.
So, he crashed and burned?
He's a genius. One of those strike fear into the hearts of evil types. The only thing he's lacking is experience.
Huh. Sounds like it was fun. Well, I know where to go to now if I ever get in trouble.
I don't know, Maya.
I think you might want to wait.
Give him 3 more years. That is, unless you want to be found guilty. Wow, thanks, Bia.
That's what she said. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult you.
No, it's okay. It is true, I guess. At the same time, I can't just sit by and watch. When I think of the person who did this to Mia. I know. Aw, poor girl. Let's talk to her a little bit. Hi, Maya. There's something I've been wanting to ask you. Yeah? What's with that outfit? Oh, this? This is what all acolytes wear. It's my uniform, you could say. Acolytes? Like people in religious training? What is it you do? Oh, it's nothing strange, really. I'm a spirit medium in training. A spirit medium? I'm pretty sure that qualifies as strange. The day of the crime. Could you tell me about what the day of the Could you tell me about the day of the murder? Yeah. Let's see. That morning, I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. Evidence? Yeah, that clock shaped like the thinker. The one Larry made. How could that have been evidence in a case? Right. She said something about that. I remember. Do you want to hear it in her own voice? Her own voice? Yeah. I'm pretty sure our conversation's on my cell phone. You recorded it? Yeah. I forgot how to delete those things. Okay. Your cell phone? So, you say you have a conversation with your sister on your cell phone. Let's hear it. Right. Oh, I just remembered. That detective's cooked my cell phone. Sorry. Oh, right. Of course. Next time I see Detective Gumshoe, I'll ask him for it. I'll write you a note so you don't forget, okay? Sure. Thanks. Maya's memo is added to the court record. So wait, did I not do this? Sorry, I know it must be heard. No, it's okay. All I've been doing is the last few hours is talking about it. I've kind of gotten used to it. Let's see, that morning, call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence. Yeah, that's the thinker. It practically qualifies as a serial murderer by now. So then what did you do when you arrived at the office? Okay, so this is new. So then when did you arrive at the office? It was right around 9. The lights were off and I could smell blood. Then I found her. My sister. Thanks, Maya. That's all I need to hear for now. So you're an acolyte, a spirit medium in training. That's right. The Fae family, especially the women, have always been very sensitive to the spirit world. Wait a second. You said the Fae family? So Mia was into this stuff too? Of course! She left the mountain to follow her career, she said. Her powers were first class too. I had no idea. Couldn't she just talk to the dead then? Wait, what? So you're a real honest to goodness spirit medium with ESP and all that? Yeah, in training. Well, can't you contact me as spirit then? We could just ask her who killed her. Problem solved. That'd be evidence in court, right? I'm sorry. I'm still in training. I couldn't do something on that level. I thought that would be too easy. Huh? Something the matter? I was wondering, could I ask you a favor? This is the address of a famous lawyer. My sister gave me this a long time ago. She said if I was ever in trouble, I should call him. And, well, I'm in trouble. Do you think you could go ask him to represent me? Sure, why not? I'll go ask. Thank you so much. I have no one else to turn to. I'm right here, you know. What about your parents? Triple ellipses. I see. Don't worry. Leave it to me. Thank you. The trial's tomorrow at 10. What? Tomorrow? Tomorrow. What if this guy refuses? They told me if I don't find one, the state will pick an attorney to defend me. When will that happen? They're giving me until 4 this afternoon. And visiting hours are almost up. I better hurry. Right. I'll be back. Hit. And then... Do I have anything else I want to show her? All right, let's move out. Autobots, roll out. I guess we'll start with Grossberg. September 6th, Grossberg Law Office. According to the receptionist, the big boss is out. She couldn't say when he'd be back. Must be hard to keep track of everything when you're a famous lawyer. Not to mention run an office like this. I guess I'll just have to come back later. Or I can do some snooping! An expensive potted plant. No idea what kind of plant it is, but it's probably the most expensive one available. A table for clients. An elegant ebony case, and if I'm not mistaken, that lighter's made of solid gold. Even I can tell someone here's got money to burn. A solid mahogany desk. The wood's been polished to a deep luster. Expensive-looking mahogany bookshelves filled with expensive-looking books. Funny. They don't look like they've ever been read. I just use them for clout. These are my clout books. Of course. That painting has been bugging me ever since I stepped in here. The oil paint is so thick it's practically giving me a stuffed nose. I'm sure the price is nothing to sneeze at either, for that matter. It's not bad. It's not bad, though, as far as art concerned. All right. Well, what if I go back to Fanco? September 6th, Fanco. The office is filled with police officers. They're all busily searching for clues. Hey, you there! This is a crime scene, pal. No trespassing. Oh, sorry. Don't I know you from somewhere? Wait, you're that Butts guy, aren't you? No! Phoenix Wright! How could anyone mistake me for Larry? Guess I got the wrong name, Mr. Wright. Sorry about that. That Butts guy, he was a killer. And you're no killer, right? He was proven innocent. Right. And you were... there can only be the one and only Detective Gumshoe. Gumshoe, wasn't it? Dick Gumshoe? Right. At your service. Hang on. That's Detective Gumshoe to you, pal. Anyway, get the name right. And don't go calling me Dick. Hey, Dick, get over here. Yes, sir. We'll be right there. You're a lawyer, right, pal? If you got business here, you better do it quick. Phew. He thinks I'm Maya's lawyer. I can use this to my advantage. Well, before, I'm gonna just make him fade out so I can look at my clean office. An old movie poster. Apparently, this is the first movie that made Mia cry when she saw it. I'll have to check it out one of these days. There's a horrendous amount of legal books here. Scarier still is that Mia's probably read all of these. Mia's desk. Perfectly clean, as always. The only thing it's missing is Mia. Mia's favorite potted plant. I remember it had this bizarre name no one could ever remember. Cordylan stricta. Cordylan stricta, pal! Who was that? Is Gumshoe a botanist? A hobbyist? The sky's blue. And so am I. There's that hotel right across the way. Alright. Let's fade Gumshoe back into existence so we can talk to him. About Miss Faye. Did you do an autopsy? You wanna know the results, eh? I mean, I'd like to. Ugh, don't look at me like that, pal. It's no use. She might have been your boss, but that doesn't mean you get any special treatment. Alright, alright. You can see the report, but that's all. Autopsy report, added to court record. What about Maya? About Maya. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the trial. Sorry, pal. This one trial you ain't gonna win. Why do you say that? Said he's put Prosecutor Edgeworth on the prosecution. Edgeworth? I'm sure you know what that means, you being a lawyer and all. Edgeworth. Prosecutor Edgeworth. That's right, pal. Mr. Miles Edgeworth himself. Wait, you don't know him, don't you? I know him. He's a feared prosecutor. He doesn't feel pain. He doesn't feel remorse. He doesn't know mercy. He won't stop until he gets his guilty verdict.
Ah, don't talk about him that way. Make him bear sound human.
Still, I'm afraid this pretty much decides the case.
So, Edgeworth is on this one. He hasn't lost a case since he became prosecutor at the incredibly young age of 20. Of course, there are rumors of back alley deals and forged evidence. All I know for sure is that Edgeworth hates crime with an almost abnormal passion. I never imagined I'd be facing him so soon. Alright. How do I give you... I think it's present, right? Do I just give you this? Why can't I just use return? Why has it got to be a special button just for present? I was wondering, did you see Maya Faye's cell phone?
Oh, that? Yeah, I have that.
Do you think you could give it back?
I don't know, pal. What's the magic word? You raising the bar or something? I mean, wait a sec, pal. Tricky lawyer.
Uh-oh, he's on to me. Tell him not so straight. Okay, I can't be straight with this guy. So I should be gay with this guy. I mean, what should I tell him?
Something the matter?
Oh, no, that carrying strap on the cell phone.
This? It says the Steel Samurai, warrior of Neo-Old Tokyo.
Steel Samurai?
That action hero on TV?
Yeah, you see that strap's a collector's item. She was worried it might get lost if it went down to the precinct.
That's what she said?
Yeah? He's thinking. Gumshoe.exe is processing. Okay, pal. I wrote down all the numbers she called anyway.
Here you go.
Seems he didn't notice the recorded conversation. Check the court record to hear the recorded conversation. I guess I've asked all the questions I need to.
You all done, pal?
Yeah. Thank you. I'll be heading out now.
Oh, wait. One more thing I wanted to mention to you.
I don't suppose you're planning on talking to that witness.
Anyway, you better not. No influencing the witness with your loyally ways, pal.
Come to think of it, I had completely forgotten about her. The witness?
Yeah, Miss April May. I'm sorry about this, but I can't tell you anything about her.
Well, you just told me her name. Miss May, huh? So you've sent her home already, then?
You're trying your lawyerly tricks on me now, you filthy, filthy lawyer. She's not to go outside her room till the trial. you thought you got one of old Gumshoe, did ya?
So she's still in the hotel across the way. I guess I should know better than to try to get a detective to leak information.
You got that right, pal.
Time to pay a visit to Miss May. I love him. He's so dumb. He's dumb, but he's our dumb. You might be dumb, but god dang it, you're my dumb. What if I just look at this thing here? Enter. Okay. What's up? You haven't called in a while? Okay, so this has the whole dialogue engine. Okay. Beck. All right, cool. Check the conversation. Beck. Let's go to the hotel, I guess. September 6th, Gatewater Hotel, room 303.
Well, hello there, handsome.
Hi. Smooth. Hi. Smooth, right? Real smooth. I'm the king of smooth. Just doing that meow pose with her goodies out.
You're the lawyer, aren't you? The detective told me. He said, don't say nothing to that lawyer, pal.
Memo to self. Thank Detective Gumshoe for making my job harder.
Gee, this is all like something out of a movie. It's all so exciting, I can hardly contain myself. Ooh, let me go freshen up so I can be part of the beautiful eyewitness.
I pity the lawyer that has to cross-examine that one. Isn't that you, Phoenix? Isn't that gonna be you? The late summer sunlight streams through the window. There's the Fanco Law Offices building, of course. You can see the inside of the room pretty clearly from here. I think it would be a little difficult to recognize a face from this distance, though. No clues here. Ba-da-na-na-na. A bottle and 2 glasses are on the table. Somebody must be staying with her. A simple bed. It's been recently made. Nothing eye-catching here. Still scene painting. Wait, should that be still life? Whatever. One of those is hanging on the wall. It's kind of hard to make out, but it kind of looks like a guy like doing like an arm curl. Kind of like one of those like Arnold posters from like the 60s and 70s, like from Men's Fitness or something. The flowers are fake, as expected. I know sunflowers and tulips, but that's about the extent of my floral knowledge. We gotta gas Flora. Flora! Flora, where you be, girl? There's a screwdriver stuck in this drawer. I wonder what's inside. Let's take a look.
Hey! Hey! What are you doing? No touching!
Girl, you okay? You got a like a twitch there.
Ooh, bad boy. You really shouldn't pry around in other people's rooms now. You wouldn't want to make me upset, would ya?
Upset? I thought she was gonna explode for a second there. I wonder what could be inside the drawer. Do you think you could tell me something? I need you to describe what you observed at the time of the incident.
Ooh, observe? Incident? You sound just like a lawyer in the movies. I like a man with a big vocabulary.
Better not encourage her. You know that thing that happened other day? Bad thing? Tell bad thing me, please, now. What did you see when it happened? I don't suppose you could tell me about it? Pretty please?
Let me see. Well, dream on. If you want to know, you'll just have to come to court tomorrow, Mr. Lawyer.
Oh boy. Could you just... Who exactly are you?
Ooh, Mr. Lawyer, are you hitting on me?
No. Hey, I'm just doing my job here.
You know, you're cute when you blush.
Believe me, this is the first time in my life I've blushed this much. Right, can you just tell me what it is that you do?
Well, no. And you had your little hopes up, didn't you?
Oh boy. Well, 2 out of 3. Let's see if we strike out. Strike 3, this room. I said there are 2 glasses on the table. Is someone staying here with you?
Ooh, what amazing powers of observation. You must be one of those famous detectives, like on television.
No, not me. Just a lawyer.
Say, Mr. Big Detective, why don't you go look for clues in the garbage? Mrs. May doesn't like noisy little lawyers.
Oh boy. Well, this has been something, I suppose. I'll talk to you. Never, hopefully, if there's a god. Let's go back. Maybe Grossberg's back now. Mr. Grossberg's still out. Well, maybe I should just wait here for him to come back. Oh, that wasn't the most over-the-top clearing of the throat I've ever heard. Oh, well, that was... If you gotta do that, let me try that again. Ready? Oh, that actually hurt me. Oh, God. Oh, God, that actually hurt me. I'm dying. That hurt a little bit. All right. All right. All right, let's keep going.
Aha! So you're the one they say has been looking for me.
Yeah, that's me. He looks even grander than I imagined.
That badge and a collar. Ah, so you're a lawyer, are you now?
Yeah, well, yes.
And what do you want? I'm not particularly busy these days. Please proceed.
Not busy? And how come no one could get in touch with you?
Something the matter? You came to see the one and only Marvin Grossberg, did you not? Well, here I am, boy. What do you want? Out with it.
Well, sir. Actually, it's about Maya Fey.
Ah, yes.
My Faye. Go on.
Why this strange reaction?
Ah, cha-cha. I'm really quite busy here, son. I can't go taking cases on a day's notice. No, it's quite impossible.
Wait a second. How'd you know the trial was tomorrow?
Anyway, I'm afraid it's entirely impossible for me to represent her. Sorry, end of discussion.
What is going on? He refused me before I even got a chance to ask him. What do I tell Maya? Your refusal. How can you just refuse like that? Please tell me why you won't take the case.
Well, you see, it's just, I'm busy, you see.
But the client is Maya Faye's sister. Maya trusted you. Mia trusted you. She knew her sister would be in good hands.
Yes, of course, I know that. However, I'm sorry, but I must refuse. Sorry. Goodbye.
Creep. Fine. I don't have time to argue with you anyway. I'll go look elsewhere.
Think not.
Did you say something?
I think not, I said.
What do you mean?
I'm terribly, terribly sorry. I'm afraid that no lawyer worth their salt will take on this particular case. Terribly sorry, my boy.
Why?
I cannot say. I beg your pardon, but could you leave? Now, I've nothing more to discuss with you.
What is going on here? How did you know Mia Faye?
She worked here a long time ago. Quite the apprentice, that one. Learned my techniques in the blink of an eye. She left one day, quite suddenly. She had a mission, you see.
A mission?
You could see it in her eyes. She followed it with a burning passion. Never looked back, that one.
That's, quite a painting.
Aha! You noticed. It's my pride and joy. Impressive, isn't it? Well, isn't it? The color of the sky, the hue of the sea, the weave of the straw hat. It's worth at least 3 million. I have no intention of parting with it, of course.
No,
I won't sell it, not even to you.
I wasn't interested.
It's not for sale. I'm not buying.
I went there a little too fast. All right. I got excited. I got too passionate. I was role playing. I'm sorry. Can I present him anything? I don't think there would be anything he would particularly care to talk about. I guess we should go back to Maya and give her the bad news. September 6th, 3:42 p.m. Detention Center, Visitors Room. Hiya. Oh, you're back. Did you find the lawyer? Well, what do I tell her? Well, see, just be honest. I really don't think you should use that guy. He didn't seem healthy. He was all skin and bones. What really happened? Damn it, I knew I shouldn't. Phoenix, if you're gonna make that kind of lie, you gotta realize, like, she would know that, right? So again, he said, no, he's morbidly obese. He can't even get out of bed. Something like that. You don't mean he refused to help? I see. I've been abandoned then. What about your family? I only had my sister. My father died when I was young. And I don't know where my mother is. Don't know? So she could still be alive? Your mother? The women in my family have been mediums for generations. They say a lot of spiritual power runs in our blood. About 15 years ago, our family was involved in an incident. There was a man, and he ruined our mother's life. Ruined? After that, she disappeared. Several years after that, my sister announced she would become a lawyer, and she left the mountain. So, you live by yourself? Yeah. I've gotten used to it. Oh, also, I had to become independent, or I would lose my powers. I feel bad for her. All by herself up on that mountain? Your mother's enemy. So, who was this man who, ruined your mother? About 15 years ago, there was an unusual murder case. It made quite a stir. Everyone was talking about it, apparently. The police were running out of leads, and they were getting desperate. Wait, they didn't use a spirit medium, did they? The police convinced my mother to try to contact the victim. Wow. So, what happened? The case was solved. We thought. You thought. The man my mother helped the police capture was innocent. The police's consultation with a medium had all been carried out in secret, of course, but a man found out about it and leaked to the press. He told all the papers my mother was a fraud, and the media jumped on it big time. My mother, became the laughingstock of the nation. I see. White. Excuse me? White? That was his name. My sister told me. White. Just a little longer now before the state-appointed lawyer comes, I guess. 4 p.m. Time's up. What should I do? Do I just leave her and go home? Fuck no. I've made up my mind. I'm gonna defend you whether you want me to or not. Why? Why? Well, no one is as sad as a person without any friends. He's not wrong. Boy, is he not wrong. I know that feeling all too well. I know. I've been there. A long time ago. Me too, Phoenix. Yep, that's me. Why did I become a lawyer in the first place? Because someone has to look out for people who have no one on their side. Maya, I won't abandon you. You can count on me. That's so kind of you. Well, let's fight this one and get you out of here. Right. Thank you. She smiled at last. She looks like an entirely different person. One last question. You are innocent, right? Yes. And I trust you. So you trust me too, okay? It's a deal. So, what next? There's something that's been bugging me. Just what was inside that strange woman's drawer? It was when I tried to look into the drawer, she got all defensive. There has to be something in there. All right, Mia, I'm on the case. Here I go. Velvet, when tea, cookies. Those are some good-looking fucking cookies. I would go get a cookie I made yesterday, but it's almost 7 p.m. I shouldn't be eating before bed. Good afternoon, sir. Excuse me? You are... I beg your pardon, sir. I'm the bellboy of this establishment at your service, sir. Oh, right. I've just come up to deliver room service, sir. Do you know where Miss May might be? I believe our guest, Miss May, is currently using the facilities. If you've no need of anything, I'll be taking my leave. Welcome back, Shizu. Welcome back, Madam Spider. If you've no need of anything, I shall be taking my leave. Please, stay as long as you like. Enjoy. Yeah. Wait, no, hey! Why does it seem like every time I come here, I end up embarrassing myself? Wait, now's my chance to snoop around a bit. I almost forgot. You came back quick. Might I ask you to inform Miss May that there's a message for her? Please tell her that Mr. White of Blue Corp phoned. Oh, right. Sure. Mr. White of Blue Corp. Where have I heard that name? White. That was his name. My sister told me. White was the name of the guy who ruined Mia and Maya's mother. Mother! How could it be a coincidence? All right. One thing first. Okay, first of all, I gotta go get some water, and I gotta stretch. So, I'll tell you what. We're gonna hit the ad break a little early, I'm gonna go get some water. I'm gonna go let my throat rest a little bit, and I'm gonna stretch, and I'll be right back. Thanks everybody for hanging with me tonight. I'll see you on the other side. I'll be right back. Now's your time to be a big shot. No, that's chance. Not now's your time to. Now's your chance. Now's your chance. Now's your chance. Now's your time. Now's your time. Now's your time. I'll be right back. Back. I'm back, and I'm better than ever. All right, let's do some stretching. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Showing a little tummy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, some neck circles. All right. Now's your chance. Now's your chance. All right, there's the stretching, and it gets some hydration. Yes, Shizu. I'm listening. I hope. Hunter's core? You mean as in like Monster Hunter core? I'd be willing to try it. What time were you thinking? Should we talk about it? I'd be happy to try it out. I'll do a Mon Hun. I'm at least willing to give it another chance because like I haven't played Monster Hunter since like the original on the PSP. I'm sure it's gotten a little bit better since then. I'm sure there's been some marginal improvements since then. I'd be happy to give that a shot. Anyways, all right, I think we're ready. All right, we're back from break. Yeah. Sorry. Let's keep going. All right, so when we last left off, the bellboy was here. Next week is vacation, so it doesn't matter to me. Just need to wake up. Grab a brush and put in a little makeup. Well, if it's next week, well, I mean, Saturday is always, I'm always open for Saturday. Monday, the next Monday, the Monday after the next one is a day off. So the 23rd, because that's the Emperor's birthday. That's true. Because you wanted to. That's the answer. Why would you put it up at home? You wanted to. That's the answer. Anyway, what was I gonna say? Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to give it a shot. Fucking no. 23rd is the Emperor's birthday, so I have a 3-day weekend coming up after next week. This Saturday, I'm playing with Boca, but I don't have really plans afterwards, so I'd be happy to try it then. We could also do... Oh, that's what I was gonna... I just remembered what I was gonna probably do on the 14th. Oh, yeah, now I remember what I was gonna do on the 14th. Okay, and then, yeah, but next week, if you got time, I can make some time. I can carve out some time for us to play. I'd be happy to. Had to full boyfriend. We could do that visual novel. I was actually thinking like we do a bunch of Bond stories with the Nikkeis, but catch up on that too. But anyway, we can do that. Either way, let's get back to the case. I've been kind of giving my... It's been enough of a break, I think, for now. Let's investigate. There's a screwdriver sticking out of that half-open drawer. Now's my chance to see what's inside. Now's my chance to be a big shot. The music cut off. Uh-oh. What do we have here? A wiretap. What would a woman like her be doing with a thing like this? There's definitely something suspicious about this Miss May. Why would she have something like this in her hotel room? There's a story behind all this. I know it. All right. I'll be using this bit of evidence in tomorrow's trial, that's for sure. For Maya's sake. I'll get to this woman's bottom. You know what I mean.
I'm going to be... She's gonna be my girlfriend!
No, Phoenix, bad. Bad, Phoenix.
Oh, bellboy, still there.
Uh-oh, time to scram. I look forward to tangoing with you tomorrow, Miss May. In court.
And maybe in a nice fancy ballroom.
Keep it together, Phoenix. Keep it together. Save your progress? Yes, please. Turnabout Sisters, Day 2, the trial. September 7th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 1. Rabble, 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 rabble. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. There he is, the boy. Prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant.
Oh boy.
Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence that she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then. If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court.
Sir, my name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir.
Detective Gumshoe. Maya he, Maya him. Please describe for us the details of this murder.
Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map to explain.
Maya he, Maya Fey.
The body was found by this window here.
Maya he, Maya Fey, Maya hey, hi, Maya ha ha. And the cause of death?
Loss of blood due to being struck by a object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the thinker down next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hands, sir.
Even a girl's hands? The court accepts the statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue. 4 plans added to the court record. Now, detective.
Yes, sir.
You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who was at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why?
Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir.
1, 2. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence.
As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder.
That is an interesting... I don't know what you're doing there, Shizu, but it's pretty good. The very moment, you say. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor.
Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Whoosh.
Someone hit me with this piece of paper.
You are at a loss.
Dang it.
Hey, I just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It works lots of times. I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. All right, let's give it a try. Something the matter? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. Maya Fey's arrest, Maya Fey's arrest. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. Well, we're just gonna press everything at this point. Hold on. 1 second. All right. Here we go. Hold it! Who did you say you got a call from? Hey, pal. Don't play dumb. You know who. The call was a customer from the Gatewater Hotel, right across the scene. Press on these nuts. Got him. Okay. I pressed. Not sure it did much, though. Right. Please continue.
There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Squeeze gently.
Are you absolutely sure it was us? Listen, pal, your dumb act will only get you so far. With their funky hippie clothes and your spiky hair, you 2 stand out like suspicious people at a crime scene.
Damn. He's got such a way with words.
Well, he does have a point about her.
She is pretty unmistakable. I should pick my points to press the with a little more care. But it's funny.
I immediately arrested Mrs. Maya Fey.
Why are you being dumb? I'm dumb? I'm not a lawyer. I mean, I'm learning to be a lawyer.
Why's that?
What is your reason?
Why? They had a witness account describing her.
Hold on just 1 second.
Yeah?
If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct?
Huh? Did I say that? Me?
I heard you say it. You did say it. You said it.
Exactly what about this suspicious woman in pink's claim was hard evidence? What? Miss May isn't suspicious. She sure isn't pink, pal.
But,
well, I guess she is pink.
Not really pink. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective?
I guess pressing can have its advantages. Yeah.
Honk shoe. Honk shoe.
Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor.
Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. Round 2. Hard evidence. Something's hard. Why do you think he has that stand in front of him?
After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Rabble, 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 rabble. How you like that? That's my hard evidence. Let's see you try your lawyerly tricks against that one.
Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective.
Your Honor?
Why didn't you testify about this final piece of evidence the first time? Still remember edits with these Ace Attorney discussions on rules, lawyering, and oh, that sounds fun. That does sound fun.
Yeah, shucks. Gee whiz, Your Honor. I know. I'm real embarrassed I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir.
Try to be more careful. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
Bonk. Gonna bonk him. Bonk, bonk. Bad detective. Bad. After securing the subject, examining the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on the piece of paper next to victim eyes. The word Meyer was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed the victim was the victim's. Also, his finger found on the blood's victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. This is the one that popped out to me because I read the case study before the trial, and it said death was instantaneous.
I've got you now, Detective Gumshoe.
Detective Gumshoe! There's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Mia Fey. That's really what you're saying.
But what? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have?
You have it backwards, detective.
Backwards?
The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, detective. Immediate death due to blow from a blunt object. She died immediately!
But
no butting your way out of this one, detective.
Rebel. Order! The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had the time to write anything down.
Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When? It was the day of the murder, I think? I'm pretty sure it was the day of the murder.
you're wrong here, pal. We didn't write an autopsy report till the day after.
Oh, right.
The prosecution's point being? Naughty. That autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor.
What?
A second autopsy was performed yesterday, at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object. But there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning.
No way! That's cheating.
Your Honor, he's cheating! Updating autopsy reports.
Your Honor?
It's quite easy to imagine the victim did have time to write Maya.
Thank you. That is all.
I see. Damn you, Edgeworth. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Your gorgeous red sleeves.
Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say?
You're a sham. The detective's a sham. I'm a sham. That'll be silly. Detective Gumshoe, was I a fool to trust you in your report?
Huh? Me? I wasn't. Huh?
Detective Gumshoe? I'm disappointed in you, handing him the wrong report like that.
Yeah. I'm sorry, sir. I was surprised they're not buddies outside of the courtroom. You know, you're right. I am surprised by that. Sorry, sir.
You are at fault, detective.
Wow.
This isn't going to look good on your evaluation next month.
But,
Your Honor, I submit this report to the court.
understood. The court accepts the evidence. Updated autopsy report. May have lived for a few minutes.
Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer.
I suppose that is the obvious conclusion, yes.
Thank you.
Darn, this isn't good. I love that how it's she may have lived, like a 2% chance. Yeah. You know, like if she succeeded on the 50-50, she gets to live a little bit more. Otherwise, she's dead. Instant death. Maya. Good one, Shizu. Good one.
The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes.
Rabble.
Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand.
Exactly what part of her is innocent? You know, the boobies. Very innocent boobies. Witness, your name, please.
April May, at your service.
April May. Yep. Nominative determinism. Nominative determinism is the name of the game for a lot of the people's names so far. Order. An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking. April may do what? Good point.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in the courtroom. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred?
Gee, I was like in my hotel room. I checked in right after lunch.
And this hotel is directly across from the Fay & Co. law offices.
That's right, big boy.
Please testify to the court about what you saw. Witness's account. Devil may cry, April may cry.
It was like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know? And then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was that mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair.
Bimbolicious.
Then the woman, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Yeah. Then the woman with the long hair, she kind of slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy.
Why was that a wink? Why did that happen when you winked? What? Explain the physics. Do you have a nerve ending that is attached to oh, never mind. Well, Your Honor, that's a very detailed view across the street. It's a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see you need the trouble to witness any. Wait, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright. What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness's testimony was now quite firm. Didn't you? At least a D cup, I'm thinking. I'm just someone's taking the judge's gavel right now. I go, Mr. Wright, I understand you were Mrs. Mia Fey's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey, how dare you? Well, Mr. Wright, you cross-examine the witness. Duh! I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination. If only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination. Witness's account.
It was
Okay, so... I think I'm gonna have to just press on everything to find something. I'm gonna have to press on this girl hard. Why did you do that?
Huh? Why? Why what?
Why did you look out the window? Were you expecting to see something?
Oh, well, gee.
What? That's it? She can't get out of this question that easily.
I sort of, I had a feeling.
Well, I have a feeling she's trying to avoid the question. Maybe I should press a little harder on this one? Just a little. Just press a little bit. Let's see how far I can run with this. Surely you must have had a reason to look out your window at that time of night. Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness. Badgering? You insist on needling her with these trivial questions. I really don't think it should be allowed.
Yeah, stop him! The poor girl!
Order! Mr. Wright, you have been warned. Poor girl? What about poor me? You looked out the window. What did you see next?
And then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked.
The woman with long hair. That was Maya Fey? Mia Fey. Maya Mia. Mamma Mia.
Slender, sort of, Some people might say pretty, if that's your thing.
Oh, damn, you're gonna throw shade? She's dead, girl. What's with throwing shade on her? Your thing? And the person attacking her.
The one attacking her was that mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair.
How do you know she was the defendant?
Huh? Well, you know, she had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay?
There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. The testimony's bulletproof, Your Honor.
He's right.
Don't press on it right now. Her testimony certainly does make sense, and everyone in the court keeps siding with her. I better not press too hard on this one. So then, what would I press anyway? Tell us what happened to the victim.
Then the woman, dodged to one side and ran away.
Hold it! She dodged? Dodged what?
Well, the attack.
Please, continue your testimony.
But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her.
Hold it! How do you know it was my client?
Huh? Well, first of all, she had a girl's physique, and secondly, she was small. Who else could it be but her?
She has a point. Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks.
What?
Miss May, I'm willing to bet that you saw nothing. Did you really see the defendant at all? Rabble, 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 rabble. Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this?
Yeah, what's the meaning? Somebody tell me, because I'm clueless. About this, I mean.
Okay. If you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. That's true. She's gone around in acolyte clothes. Maya looks like an extra for one of your Yu Yu Hakusho films or something. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis, except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. It's true. The testimony's bogus.
But...
Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her, and so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May?
Rawr! What you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling.
Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Again, I'll be a good girl, I promise.
Why does that make her... Never mind. Your testimony again, if you would. Damn, I almost had her. Bong, 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 bong. Bonks for everybody in the court. Not me, though. I'm a good boy.
I did see everything. I did.
I think April may be lying. Hi, Jam. Welcome in. She might be lying. She may be lying.
The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her right with that weapon. I saw it. I did. The clock. That kind of statue-y clock. Thinker, I think. Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you?
How'd you know it was a clock? I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination. How'd you know it was a clock? Am I gonna just get the same freebie? Because it says, also, they said it was a statue. Even Phoenix brought that up. They said it was a statue. How'd you know it was a clock? Objection! Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing.
Revealing? Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you, Mr. Naughty Lawyer?
You just said that this statue of the Thinker was a clock. But there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock too. And he was found guilty of murder. Rabble, 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 rabble. Order, order! Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock?
Oh,
The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. But questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. These guys, they got these questions right here. This is what, and this is how. And I catch them. Well, only once. Still, 1 for 1, 100% track record so far. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. Is Surugi? Surugi? Yeah, they're both kind of punny, if I remember. And his is like something Naruhodo. Naruhodo is an, oh, I understand, but... that was close. Book, the names of that guy's biceps are Cagney and Lacey. If you stop me there, the trial will be over.
huh? What? So, what happens now?
What happens now is you answer my question. How'd you know it was a clock?
What? That's because I heard it? Yeah, I heard it say the time.
So, you've been to the law offices of Fanco.
No, hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room.
The law offices in Fanco, where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because... Didn't someone say, like, that was the start of the murder scene? She said she pulled out the clockwork, right? So this thing's not really even a clock right now. This is a statue. So if it didn't have the clockwork parts, how was it gonna ring? Your Honor, members of the court, it's inconceivable the clock in question rang. It's empty. That clock is missing the clockwork. You know that from the voice recording too. How could you possibly? Just take a look, right now. Oh! See anything interesting, Your Honor? It's as the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. How do I went to that? Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court a meaning of this? It's as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big, fat liar.
Fat?
That's the thing she's worried about. Well, Miss May? Someone's been a very naughty boy. Oh, I love you. Yeah. Quite a show you've put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. As you say, it can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction. That is true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed? Impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me that proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clock was removed is, well, it was the phone call, right? If I hit enter to check real quick. 9:27. So this, I want you to hold on to the thing. It's clock. Should probably tell you the clock isn't talking right now. So anywhere I'd had to take the clock out, I put some papers in. So that was that, and Maya died. Does it give me the time? It doesn't give me the time of death, but it was sometime after that, according to the events. So here we go. Take that! The pudding. Takes out a snack pack. Snack pack. Take a look at this. That's a very cute cell phone.
Oh, you have a girly phone.
Wait. This isn't my phone. I mean, maybe it could be, but anyway. Listen. This is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Rebel, 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 rebel. Order, order. The defendant's cell phone. This wasn't brought to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it. The good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation.
So, you just want me to hold on to the thinker for you then?
If you could. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now.
Huh? It's not working? That's lame.
I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Sorry for that beep, guys. Your Honor, I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time that this was recorded. Which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that weapon was a clock?
Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What story was that again? I got so many. Oops, I forgot. Wink.
So the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defense have any objections, Mr. Wright? Yeah? The witness claims she had seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence submitted to the court. Well then, let's see it. Please produce the evidence that produced this witness had not seen the clock before. What was the tutorial, right? We might have made big fuss about how like this was like one of a kind or something like that. This was handmade by Larry Butts. So yeah, it even says it, made by Larry Butts. It's not mass produced. Take that! It's simple. This clock was never in any store, ever.
What?
A friend of mine made that clock. Only 2 exist in the world, and the one that isn't here is in police custody.
Impossible! Everything's sold in stores!
Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh! Oh? Excuse is not on sale today. Damn! Takes the knife and just twists it. Phoenix, stop! She's already dead! Oh, shit, we broke her.
What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay?
Oh, dang.
She did it, and she should die for it. Die!
I think I found like it feels like I found like a sea hag, like a bog hag from like D&D. Like she dresses nice and pretty, lures the victims in, and is like, aha! Now I got your soul. Anyway, whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm. Oh, enemies abound? It was in my latest D&D session. I got hit with enemies abound. I'm not familiar with that spell, Jam. She's reverting. Urge to kill. Fading. Fading. It was rising before. Now it's fading. It makes all people around you seem hostile. Oh! It's kind of like an illusion spell. Oh, sorry. Water went down the wrong pipe, and if you do a single target thing, it randomizes people nearby. Okay. Okay, I'm good. Sorry. Slightly around the wrong pipe. I'm good. Okay. So I crit the other barb to my party, but I got silvery barbed. Pretty funny. Pretty funny.
Oh, silly me! Did I, like, lose it? I guess I did. Wink. Booby shake.
Scary. Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Yeah, that face. Oh, that face. Why would anyone allow Silvery Barb? Oh, man. Oh, man, that face. Oh, dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior? Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because you had heard about it. The witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock. She heard? That's correct, Your Honor. Excuse me. I apologize to the court for my burp. There's no other way she could have known the thinker was a clock. Best description of that spell is nuh-uh. I think there's so many spells in D&D. There's probably some I've never even come across before. Even like homebrews that like made like an official rule book. I have to go back and check that later. But I'm guessing it's not good. I'm guessing by the sounds of it, not good. Not good.
Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me evidence proving the witness had heard the murder weapon was a clock.
The only thing that makes sense is a little thing called a wiretap. Oh. I think like in 5th edition, like they gave like the Warlock that kind of like as a passive, and it basically broke Warlock. It was like, I can just reroll on everything, or I take advantage on everything. Reroll, yeah, and they can just pick a reroll. It's like, it's one of those broken abilities. I thought it was on Warlock in 5th edition. Something like that, but yeah, I remember that one being incredibly annoying. Have a look at this. What is that? I've never seen it. I found this in Miss May's room.
Rabble, 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 rabble.
Has arranged. It's funny you say that. It's funny you say that. Because sometimes my friends and I in D&D, they like, one of the best stories we have is like, one of my friends was playing like this he likes playing super complex characters. I think because he likes the options, right? So he like makes these like super hyper optimized min-max characters. This one in particular was a Warlock. It was 4th edition. And he was trying to use a spell, and everybody around him was trying to tell him, dude, did you read the rule book? You got to check that spell because I'm pretty sure it has a range. And my friend just reads the rule book and he just goes, it has a range? And it's just like, so it has a range? Just like one of the best D&D stories I have. I have some good D&D stories. I might share one day. But right now we're in court. Court is not the place to discuss D&D lawyership. That's D&D court. It's down the street.
Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is.
Miss April May, you were tapping the victim, Miss Maya Faye's phone, were you not?
Objection. Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me our witness was in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim the witness was tapping her phone?
Absolutely.
Even if that was the case, which it is not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah? I think I can. It's simple. What?
Here's my proof. Proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock isn't it just the phone call again? Yeah, it's right there. She says it in the recording, bro. The one that was wiretapped. I present the defendant's cell phone.
Yes, we've seen that.
Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on to for me. Again? What's it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like that statue, Thinker. It tells you the time. Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the Thinker was a clock. Am I wrong?
Your Honor, this is ridiculous.
Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? Does she look like a comedian to you? The defense demands an answer. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May!
Shut up! Oh, what gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer! It's not fair! Oh, you ganging up on me like that? Oh, so I'm the bad girl. Is that it? Is that it?
That did it. The court's seen the real Miss April May now. She looking like a Chucky doll. She crying. Now to deal the final blow. Why did you tap her phone? Answer the question.
Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippity-tappity irrelevant?
Ugh, she's saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. While this court does not condone the defense's tone of voice, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove you had nothing to do with this murder, even though you tapped her phone? Ha! I'd like to see her pull that off.
Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil grin. You were probably thinking, I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you?
Damn, she's good.
Well, you're not the first man who's thought that. And of course, I can and will.
You can't be serious. No way!
Way, I say, way. Oh, and I assure you I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Okay, so the killing happened around at 9 at night? Why, that's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy.
Room service?
Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee? You know, like normal coffee, but cold.
Coffee comes cold now? Guys, this is a revelation.
If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts and then you have regular cold coffee.
Isn't tapping phone illegal? It is. Very much so, April. I mean, Chizu. Also, April, did you know tapping the phone's illegal? Iced coffee?
Think I'm making this up? Ask the bellboy.
Ergo, the witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder. So, where does that leave us? It is my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. Oh! Oh, the tragedy! Oh, the horror! However, that is a separate crime, with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Maya Fey, commit murder. No, they're gonna let her just walk away. There's no way I can win this unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow. Well, does the defense have anything to say? Well, come on, think of something. The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm gonna get to the bottom of it.
I think you've sucking quite low enough already.
I object to calling the bellboy. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition. If Miss April's May alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer, that she is innocent, and thereby you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fey. That is my condition.
What?
I better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony.
Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot.
What should I do? Give up. Nah, I believe in Maya. All right, I've got nothing to lose, except for, well, everything. Understood. I accept your condition. Fool! You fell right into my trap. You fell for my trap card. I cast crush. Ma's on trial for the murder of her sister, Mia. Wait.
Very well. The court shall calls the hotel bellboy to the stand.
I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I am happy to be of service.
That tea set looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony.
Yeah, it was in the first trial.
Very good, sir.
Miss May's room service.
I am the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May.
Yep, it's a serial killer at this point.
She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course. And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself.
I see. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
Right. I'm ready. I hope. This is it. If I can't prove Miss May was involved with the murders now, Maya will be finished. Okay, that's cool. Tell me more. I want to know more about the rich history of the Gatewater Hotel. What exactly is it you do at the hotel?
Why, anything required of me, sir. I check in guests, I check out guests. I clean rooms, I make beds. I even deliver room service, sir. I check Miss May in personally.
Are you always so prim?
Mr. Wright, you will refrain from asking frivolous questions.
I believe I received a call an evening from our guest, Miss May.
Are you sure it was Miss May on the phone?
Absolutely, sir.
How can you be so certain?
I checked Miss May in personally, sir. Not only did I see her in all her stunning radiance, I also heard her voice.
Did you not see the Miss May that was like yelling at everybody a minute ago?
I also heard her voice. And then I saw them, and
oh, he saw them, all right. Them.
The point being, I remembered her quite well, sir.
Them.
Yes, what then? She asked for an ice.
He saw June and July.
She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 on the dot, sir.
9 on the dot, you say?
Yes, I confirmed that detail several times. She was watching a program on the TV and wished to drink after she finished, sir.
9 o'clock. The time of the murder.
I brought it to her precisely at the requested time, of course.
Precisely 9, then.
Precisely, exactly, and most definitely, sir. 9 p.m.
How can you be so sure?
Miss May was quite insistent that it be brought then. Oh, bellboy, tee, I'd like iced coffee at exactly 9 p.m. Something like that, sir. Therefore, I knocked on her door at the crack of 9, sir.
Why would she be so particular about the time? Because she wanted an alibi. Yeah. I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. You sure it was Miss April May herself?
Absolutely, sir.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism of mine.
How come you're so very certain?
Well, when I brought the room service, sir, the guest, sir, she favored me with an embarrasser, sir.
Embrasser? Is that French for embrace? Embrasser?
It's French for kiss, sir, but not a French kiss, sir. More like a peck on the cheek.
Why would she have done that? Oh, because she wanted to make sure he remembered.
I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never, ever forget, sir.
Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. That's what I'm thinking. It's no good. There's nothing there. Is that it?
Finally, you understand.
This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here. It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand. I can't let this happen. Can I? Give up. No. Have you seen the mashup of Phoenix Wright? Harder, better, faster, stronger? No, I haven't seen it. I'm sure we'll get a lot of... Since I'm going to be probably playing a lot of Phoenix Wright, we'll definitely get another chance. Slam the table. Wait, please wait. Yes? Does the defense have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question. Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. All right, Mr. Wright, I'll give you one more question, that is all. Okay. This is really it now. This is my last chance. What do I ask him about? Check-in doesn't help. Bed making doesn't help. The thing in question is the room service, so... Room service? Tell me again about room service. Again, sir? At exactly 9 p.m., I delivered room service to Miss May in room 303. The guest had requested iced coffee. $18 was the charge, as I recall. I see. $18? Doesn't that seem a bit expensive? Yes, well, iced coffee for two, you know? And we don't skimp on the ice, sir. What did you just say? What did you just say? Like strangle him? What did you just say? Mr. Wright, you will refrain from strangling the witness. Oh, sorry, Your Honor. Rather. Quite. Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Was someone else staying at Miss May's room? Objection! I object. That was objectionable. Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Well, sir, you didn't ask. Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. Yes, quite. Indeed. It was the good barrister there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... Oh, Edgeworth was a naughty, naughty boy. He asked me not to mention it if I wasn't specifically asked, sir. Ugh. You fool! Naughty, naughty boy, Edgeworth! I've done it. I've won. Have you? Miss April May checked into a twin room. With a man! Correct? Yes, sir. Then, when you brought them room service, you didn't see that man in the room? That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? And who, Mr. Wright? Who is this other person? Simple. It was the bellboy! It was the bellboy! Well, this comes as a surprise. Your Honor, Mr. Wright, it was the bellboy who confirmed Miss May's alibi. And this in turn confirms the bellboy's alibi. He was in the hotel. Well, sure, I mean, if you put it that way. I do put it that way. And I trust you will too. But what if they were in cahoots? You have evidence of this? No, Your Honor. Mr. Wright. Sorry, Your Honor. Give me one more chance. You want to wait a bit before watching it, I suppose, some character. Simple. It was the man with Miss May. The man who checked in with Miss May. Ooh. Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone. Yet Miss May herself has an alibi. She got an alibi at the time of the murder. Yeah. I've wounded his pride as a prosecutor. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. My, what a convenient little setup. But it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court. Ooh, double emotional damage. Upstart. Amateur. These accusations are ludicrous. Enough. The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes. He's actually wounded. He's like, boom. And then I gave him one of these. And then I gave him one of those. He's in the corner, like drunk, like punch drunk, and he's trying to get salt, smelling salt. Yes. Yes, Your Honor. That is all for today. That is all today for the trial of Maya Fey. It rhymed. Stenographer, that rhymed. Write that down. That rhymed. Kidney shot, kidney shot, kidney shot, kidney shot. And dramatic pause, and kidney shot. Court is adjourned. Stenographer writes all that. Kidney shot, kidney shot, kidney shot, dramatic pause, kidney shot.
Mr. Wright, you are amazing in there.
Really? You think?
Uh-huh. I think I might be your newest fan.
Oh, I was just doing my job, you know? Just being the greatest lure mankind has ever brought birth, you know?
Then again, that other attorney was pretty cool too.
Huh?
That face of his, with his eyes wide and trembling lips.
You've seen the TF... Yeah, of course I have. That's why I did that. Kidney punch, and dramatic pause, and kidney punch. I also just recently watched their abridged episode of Sailor Moon. That one was funny. That their Sailor Moon abridged one is also really fun. I can highly recommend that. Team 4-Star does good work.
That face of his, with his eyes wide and trembling lips.
What if Judge was Grand Elder? It would be a real dick move if I died now. Kind of a dick move to die now. Yeah, I'm charging my attack, and I'm charging my attack. Yeah. Anyway, it's a good series. It's a shame that, Japanese has no such idea, has no concept of free use, really. Fair use. They took it down hard. Anyway. But I'm glad they're doing other stuff now. Hopefully the Sailor Moon one will stay up, because that one's really funny. I thought that one was pretty funny.
It sent shivers up my spine.
If you say so.
So, what happens with me? Do I get to go home now?
Well, no. I don't think so. Not yet.
Oh, I see.
But I got a great lead in today's trial.
A lead?
That man with Miss May. He's the key.
Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that, anyway?
I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna find out more about this man.
Do you think he was the one who...
Maybe so.
Sis.
Don't worry. I'll find him by tomorrow. I promise.
I'm counting on you.
I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. But now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record. The victim dodged an attack, then ran to the right, but she was caught and struck. I feel like the people who hold the IP of a lot of JP have zero fucking clue when it comes to lane fair use spread. Yeah, but that's just the culture here. Like, they just don't understand the concept. They're just, I think it's, if I'm trying to put a positive spin on it, they're just trying to think of the artist and everything and like respecting the art and the artist and be like, this is a work of art. This is our heritage. They're very like, I'm trying to put this in the most optimistic way possible, even though I don't necessarily agree with this. It's just that, like, yeah, they're very much like, no, this is Japanese. You're not allowed to change this or alter it. Why would you do that? Please don't. And if you don't, we have laws over here that say you can't, so we enforce them. Anyway, I don't know how much good this will do me at all now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in that detention center. It's up to me to set her free. To be continued. They are just, yes, Shizu. Dan. Would you like to save your progress up to this point? I want to use mods. In Phoenix Wright? Does Phoenix Wright have mods? I'm confused. I mean, I come from a position of scanlations of various manga in other languages. Yeah, I mean, I do that too. Like, I was reading some stuff on Manga Dex last night to go to bed, but the clapping Yoshi P Banhammer makes me afraid. Oh, yeah. Well, the thing was, like, it was more about a don't ask, don't tell thing, Shizu. Right? It was the idea is like, listen, guys, as long as you stopped bragging about it or something, we would have left you alone, but you had to keep running your yappers. Like, I don't know. Plus, I don't know. I mean, I don't use mods, and I'm perfectly happy with 14 myself, personally. But I also get, like, I have a lot of good friends. I'm on a 14 server. I have a lot of good friends who love it. They appreciate it. You want to stream it? I think that's where it would be very careful, right? If you stream it, you probably want to do just vanilla, just to be absolutely safe, Shizu. Because I don't want you to get hurt or banned or anything like that. I would definitely just be like... Besides, there's a lot of pretty stuff already. And, like, with the recent addition where, like... With the recent additions they've made to... with the glamour, we're allowed... Now, there's no, like, job-specific gear anymore. Or gender-specific gear. That's a how do I put this? You know how I say I have an obscene amount of Nikkeis? That is an obscene amount of mods. Shizu. I think we're gonna call. Oh no! I thought I was done. Nope. Going to the visitor center first. Visitors room.
Well, hello! I didn't expect anyone to visit me in such a dank place as this. It's really quite moving.
Not! You stinking lawyer! I hope you die!
I want my pretty glam look. I understand that completely. I have a lot of pretty boy looks as well. I've streamed 14 before on this channel. I played Dawn Trail. I played through Dawn Trail 7.0 on this. I would like to go back to it someday. Maybe this will be a good excuse. If Shizu plays 14, that might be an excuse for me to start up 14 again. Resume the adventures of Mercanus Runari. Heir to Gilgamesh's legacy, wielder of the way, the greatest swordsman the world has ever seen. Something like that. Anyway.
Have you come to laugh? Yeah, laugh at the fallen Miss May.
No, not really. There's something I wanted to ask.
Unfortunately, there's nothing I want to be asked. Haven't you done enough questioning, you spiky head?
Here we go again. Please, you're scaring the security guard.
So, what does he wish to ask me then?
For starters, how'd you get to be so totally whacked? Well, unfortunately, I don't think we're gonna get to ask her that because I think it's, you know, as much as I'd like to keep going and I'm having a great time with it, I think we need to maybe call it before we get into the next portion of the trial. Let's save. Go back. Title screen. Oh, I want my pretty glam look. I understand. I do. I definitely get what you're saying, Shizu. Yeah, I think it's just because, like, I don't want to get to it. Look at this. We got this. Oh, this is... Oh, well, Shizu, I understand why you want your pretty glam look, because hot damn. That is smoking hot. Hot mama, that's hot. That's... Oh, I really like that. Ooh. You know what? I understand the modding now. You know what? I think you can show. I think I can. Let me do that real quick. I think I can. I don't think it'll get anyone in trouble. We're not streaming it or doing anything, and it's prior, so it's like it's not like illegal. She's not committing any crimes now. Like this one, these two I thought were absolutely gorgeous. By the way, I'll share a couple with the class. So this is Shizu's modded character. Let me know if you can see this, but I think it's absolutely super pretty. Look at that cute little bun. Look at those little freckles. Absolutely adorable. I like the brooch and everything too. And then this, I like the header. Shizu, I don't want to alarm you, but you have the same heterochromia as Merc. My boy has the same heterochromia as this. It's a bun bun. It sure is a cute bun bun. This one I thought was pretty good. It kind of reminded me of Ari a little bit. That's not too bad. I like that one a lot too. That's pretty. And then I saw this one. This one's got definite Shizu energy. That is Shizu energy to a T. Anyway, I definitely understand why you want to do mods, Shizu, but you know, like, I think it's just it's one of those things that I'd be like, if I'm streaming it, I'd probably just not run the risk or anything to a T. You see what I did there? All right, guys. Well, I hope you had fun. We're kind of dipping our toe in, but rest assured, there's going to be plenty more lawyering and lawyer stuff here for the next couple of months. I don't know how long it's going to take, but like I intend to play through a lot of Ace Attorney. Thanks for the stretch, Jam. So I hope you guys will have a good one. I'll take one hydrate because I got to go to bed soon. I don't want to wake up in the middle of the night. And thanks for the boat, by the way. All right, so I hope you guys had a good time. I had a great time as well. Thank you for being here, Shizu, and thank you to Jam as well for being here. We also got to say hi to.
I used to be addicted to lunch meats, but I ended up quitting cold turkey.
Good for you, Justin. Good for you. Shizu, Kevin, thank you for joining us tonight. I hope you had a good time. We do this normally Monday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So we'll do more of this. Coco, if you're here, it was so nice to see you. Thank you for being here tonight. I hope you had a good time, and let's play Magic sometime. I want to get in. I got a need to play some Magic. I got a need to play some Magic and throw down some creatures, some big creatures, or like some board wipes and stuff. So next stream, we're gonna do a special one because I have Wednesday off and I have literally nothing else to do with my time. I'm gonna try to do a little bit more of Enfield. It's gonna be pretty chill, just low key vibes. I'm gonna try and do a little story. I'm gonna try and get better at the factory. Try being the operative word there, and we'll go from there. And then Thursday will be Nikkei night. I think there will be we'll do the new collab. The new collab's coming out. Nikkei's newest collab is with Rikoris, which will be fun because I've heard of the anime. Don't know a damn thing about the characters or anything like that, but I've heard of that anime. Rikoris and Nikkei. You know, assassin girls and assassin ladies makes sense. I can't wait to try it out and see what they do with it. But the collabs and the Nikkei collabs will be great. Yep, I have Wednesday off, National Foundation Day. All right. I think that's it for now. That's all the shout outs. Thanks to everybody. And Dreamer again. Dreamer, of course. Dreamer, thank you for the Hunter no hunting. We could hunt on Wednesday. That's a possibility. Dreamer, also thank you for the resub for 10 months. That's a lot of months. I'm definitely gonna have to go find somebody who can make me badges, or I'm just gonna have another work stream where I make a year badge. We're gonna have to actually graduate from boats to ships. Someone might have the first ship badge. I might have to start making some ships. All right. I think that's it for now. I think I got nothing else to say. I'm gonna let my throat rest. Thank you, Dreamer, for being here. That's badgering. Badgering the witness. I'm gonna do it again, damn it. Until I get to the truth. All right, let me see if I can find somewhere we can send you home, send you guys off to. Well, let's see. We got some other people doing some stuff. Vulum is up. She's pretty chill. We could go say hi to Nevik again, as she's playing Liza P. Let's go say hi to Wolith. Let's go say hi to her. She's nice. She's just having a chill time. She's farming gold and building dreams. I have no idea what that means, but you know what? Let's help a squid build their dreams. All right. So let's get the boat. Yeah, let's do something like this. So here we go. All right, guys. As for me, I'm gonna take a break. Of course, I'm gonna go and rest my voice. This game's fun, but it's gonna be murder on my throat, but it'll be worth it. Until then, I'll see you on Wednesday for Enfield, or maybe something else. We'll see. Maybe Shizu wants to do something different. I'm always up for a nice little collab, impromptu collab. But until next time, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other.
Take Toku! Itakimasu!
See ya.